teachers, are you really concerned about an increasing number of students who seem super overwhelmed at this time in the semester? And do you wish there was something that you as a classroom teacher could do about that overwhelm? Students, maybe you are feeling that overwhelm. There's just too much that you have to try and juggle right now and you have no idea how to do it. I have been having this one conversation with a number of different students at a new school that I am consulting at right now. And the conversation sometimes goes as quickly as 5 minutes. And some of the students that I've been having it with, their eyes get big and they feel so much relief when we have this particular time management conversation. And I want to share the exact words that I use here in this video. And educators, I invite you to try it out next time with your classes. You can lead it as a whole group discussion. You could lead it one-on-one. Students, I invite you to get out a piece of paper and lead yourself through this conversation right now. And let's just see if there's a little bit extra ease that comes after we do this. Let's go. Alrighty, so the first thing that I do when I'm leading this conversation, and so far I've only led it one-on-one, is I get out my whiteboard or a piece of paper and I write Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I just didn't do it on this whiteboard. And I tell the student, you know what? We are going to map out your week. We are going to make time visible. Then I ask a very simple question, which is, when on each of these days do you have time to devote to schoolwork? And then I just wait and hear what they have to say. Everyone's different. If you're a middle or high school student, probably most of the time available for you is in the evenings, right? Though there might be a study hall or two during the day. The particular students I've been talking to all have times during the day because they are young adults at a medical school. So let's just look at some of the kinds of answers they've been telling me. On Monday, for example, this one student I talked to had between 8 a.m. and 11 a.m. available. On Tuesday, they didn't have until the very end of the day between 8 to 10 p.m. And continue this habit for right now. There was another student who actually had most of the day on Wednesday free. On Thursday, they had the same, because of their class schedule, this same late night chunk. And then most of the day on Friday free. So we simply mapped out, we put the times that were available for studying there, and then that's all we did. I mean, there's more you can do that I'll tell you in a moment. But with this one student in particular, this is all we did. She came into the conversation thinking there is no time to do anything. And I'm tired and overwhelmed all the time and there's no time. And when we mapped it out, when we actually made the time visible, her eyes got big and she thought, oh, there's more time than I thought there was. But, and then this is what was really key, what came after the but was the bigger problem. So it turns out it's not true that she doesn't have time, but the bigger problem has been that she's been staying up too late and trying to get work done and not getting it done, and then sleeping through some of these daytime chunks and not actually able to take action. So then we were able to get to the crux of the problem. And then we were able to come up with some brainstorming ideas for how she can try and get to bed earlier. Will it work for her? Well, I don't know. She has to go experiment with a number of the ideas that we came up with. But the more important thing is that she got a little space from the overwhelm. She realized that she has more time than she thought, and she felt hope. Sometimes hope is all we need. We can't actually get motivated, but maybe we can have some hope. And what I am learning is that most students really get that hope when we make time visible. So I highly recommend you lead this conversation with your students. Students, I highly recommend you map out your time. This particular student I'm thinking of, she actually texted me later and she said, Gretchen, can you send me my making time visible chart? Because I'd like to see it to be reminded what I said. And so I texted her a picture of it. So having the picture was super helpful for her. I encourage you to try this out. If educators, if you have any questions for me, maybe the conversation didn't go as well as you hoped. Maybe it did, but you have additional questions. I'm always available at gretchenwegner.com/live. I have a free office hours that I do once a month. And students, you're welcome to come to that too. If you have any questions, I'm happy to help and support you. You also can download my free time management guide for educators and students, and you'll find that at gretchenwegner.com/gears. I think that's it, but the actual link will be below. I just had a brain fart about what the link is. Anyway, I hope this was of support to you. And if so, or even if it wasn't, it would be so helpful to me if you would like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's algorithms, y'all. It gets the word out. It feels silly to just be liking and subscribing, but it truly helps. And it's a way you can be generous back to me as I am trying to be generous to you all by sharing the tips and the tricks that I have noticed work with students and educators freely. So thank you in advance, and I will see you in the next video.